What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Bo, and today I'm going to be talking about how I burnt down my backyard when I was 10. Now, this could have potentially burnt down my house, so I definitely tell you not to try this at home. And this is going to be a new channel series that I have going. It's going to be Life Stories with Bo. This will be episode 1, and every Monday I'm going to be putting out a new episode. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and hit the like button and subscribe button to stay tuned for more and the next Monday life story. So let's go ahead and get started. So I was probably 9, 10, maybe touching 11, and I was hanging out with my friend that was already 11. And back in the day, that was a big deal. You hanging out with older people, I mean, that's just what you kind of wanted to do when you were little. That was kind of a cool thing. And we had this dirt bike. It was my dirt bike, and it had broken down just a little bit before. And my dad, he was a body man at the time, and he was fixing it up for us because, he had time every now and then to touch up on it. And then when he finally got it fixed, we were riding it like crazy. And I live in like a country town in Oklahoma. So, there is not really, you don't have to ride it on the streets. You can ride it in pastures and up and down your driveway and stuff like that. So we were tearing it up and down the driveway, and it is freezing cold. And we were trying to get warm and stay warm so we could keep riding this dirt bike because it was the coolest thing ever. I mean, when you're 9 and 10, you're like, oh man, I'm not riding my bicycle with a helmet or something like that. We weren't riding a helmet with a motorbike. I mean, how crazy is that when you're 9 or 10? That's just like, I don't even know. I can't even explain it. But anyways, it was freezing cold, like almost blistering cold. And in Oklahoma, it's normally really hot. So, it was kind of a crazy event at the time. And we were just trying to get, warm so we could, stay on this motorbike, stay on this dirt bike and, play around with it because we hadn't had it in forever. So anyways, I decided to go get this lighter because we didn't want to go inside because, that takes us away from the dirt bike and everything. So we were trying to, play with it, try to get our hands warm and stuff. And, it really wasn't just working out. So we went over to this hay bale, and understand that I'm in a pasture right now, or in somewhat of my backyard pasture part, which my whole backyard is kind of like 10 acres of pasture. So anyways, I'm in my backyard, and we see this hay bale, and we light this hay bale, the little funnel where the spork would go into to like pick it up, or the pickup thing. I don't know what it's even called. But anyways, like where you would actually pick it up and everything. We stick our little lighter in there, and we start lighting it on fire, and it kind of starts smoking, and then there was a little fire, and you'd kind of blow it out, and it would be kind of warm actually. It would give off really a really warm feeling, and it was kind of cool. When you're a little kid, when you're 10 or 11, you're amazed by fire. You're like, oh my God, there's a fire. I'm a pyromaniac. I like seeing it and stuff. But I was a kid that just loved fire. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And, lighters and everything, that was just kind of a cool feeling to me. I still have that kind of feeling. I'm not really like one of those people that are going to go burn down the Empire State Building or something. But that's pretty much what happened. I started to set the little ring on in the thing, and then it started to smoke, and we'd blow it out. And we actually walked away from it for a little bit to go into this little monster truck. What kind of weird stuff is that? Into this big monster truck, and it was warmer in there. We didn't want to go inside, but I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking at this time. We went in this monster truck, and I guess started talking about something, probably girls or something, because 9, 10, 11, not 9, but 10 or 11, you start to like girls and stuff like that. So we were probably just talking about something, talking about life or something like that. And then we get out, and we look at this hay bale, and this is not going to sound real, but it was in flames. The whole side that we were using was caught on fire. It was insane. And nobody was home at the time except me, my sister, and my friend. My sister, she was asleep at the time because she was a big gamer like I am too. Play till 10 a.m. in the morning and then sleep the day away and then play again. So she had actually complained one time that she didn't get to see the sun. It was kind of weird, but it was kind of funny and sad at the same time. Anyway, so this whole hay bale was caught on fire. We didn't know what to do. We were 9, 10, 11 years old. It was crazy. So we were trying to get water buckets and throw it on there. And at this time, it was spreading to the ground. It was an insane experience. And believe it or not, guys, we would actually throw water on the fire, and it would actually catch more on fire. Usually water puts out stuff. I don't know if we were throwing gasoline on it or something, but it was crazy. The whole hay bale was just in flames. And at this point, it was spreading to the other pastures and stuff. And by this time, you know, you're not wanting to tell people because you were in this together. I mean, back when you were little, you didn't want to tell your parents anything. I mean, if you did something wrong, you tried to hide it like no other. It was you against the world, or you and whoever did it with you against the world. There was nothing stopping you from keeping it from everybody. But at this point, we had to tell somebody. Now, I wasn't going to tell my sister because she was, you know, I didn't. I mean, that was just kind of a pride thing. You don't spread it to your family. So I go up to the shop that my dad works at, and I rode my motorbike up there, and there just so happened that there was one of his workers up there. He was actually gone fishing at the time, so he was an hour and 30 minutes away, and an hour and 30 minutes for a fire doesn't take long. So anyways, I get this guy, I get up there, and I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, I'm panicking. I'm like, there's a fire. And he was like, what? So he gets in his truck, and he drives down there and starts freaking out. He's like, give me buckets of water. And it was actually spreading to the pasture at this time. It was insane, guys. It was spreading to the other people's pasture, the other neighbors' pastures, and he was actually pouring water over there on the grass in their pastures, so, you know, we wouldn't have to pay bills and stuff. But as a little kid, you're thinking, you know, why don't you just put it on the hay bale so we put out the main source? But, I mean, it was actually really smart because, I mean, he was trying to prevent us from having even more damage. I think he knew that our backyard was pretty much ruined because of how bad it was spreading through our backyard. But if he kept it off, you know, their pasture and stuff, they may not, you know, get us in trouble, which we knew the neighbors. They were pretty cool and chill and stuff. So it was all a pretty good, you know, little thing. But obviously not a good thing for me because we actually got the fire department called on us. It was, I mean, they got a fire alert, whatever you want to call it, and they were there for probably 3 hours trying to put out this fire. At one point, it actually spread to that monster truck that we had been in and blew up its tires. I mean, all you heard was a big loud bang, and it was just like combustion city on that monster truck. It was crazy, guys. The fire had spread to the tires and just blew them up. I mean, that is a lot of money. If you guys know how much tires are, that is crazy. And especially like a monster truck tires. And my dad's a body man, so he deals with all different kinds of trucks and stuff like that. So anyways, so that monster truck blows up, and then we got the fire department here, and everything's going crazy. I'm panicking. I don't want my dad to know it was me. And he said, so, you know, how'd the fire start? And I was like, man, we were shooting a BB gun, and I looked over, and the hay bale was caught on fire. I don't know. It was like, you know, I was 10 or 11. I didn't know what was happening, so I was trying to make up excuses, you know, lie your way out of it. You still don't want your parents to know, even though, you know, the fire department's here, and tires are blowing up and everything. I mean, it was a crazy experience for me, guys, and we actually ended up having to pay the fire department $600. Let's just say I couldn't sit down for a couple days. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button for more life stories on Mondays, live commentaries, tips and tricks, and Let's Plays. I also want to integrate a face cam into my Let's Play, so if you guys enjoyed the video and are ready for that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.